From the city of brotherly love and Citizens Bank Park, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Texas Rangers taking on the Philadelphia Phillies. Alongside Chris Singleton, I'm John Shelby. All right, Singy, let's get right into it. He threw an absolute gem last time out.
Seriously, Boog. I mean, this guy was nearly untouchable. Opposing hitters baffled all day long. Impressive stuff, and we'll see if his teammate can match it today.
First pitch coming your way next. Towing the slab in today's game, Christopher Sanchez. What do we need to know here?
Big time arm power. One thing he struggles with, though, is repeating his delivery. And sometimes you have bigger pitchers trying to sync things up. Not as easy as a more compact pitcher. But if he can get command going, establish it early, and carry it through the ball game, he's going to pitch deep into this one.
Ready to go now? Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers.
Oh!
First pitch, 405.
The 1-0.
That's a ball.
Sanchez, a former All-Star, making his first start of the year. And he was born in the Dominican Republic. Swings through that one for strike one.
This guy's sink has so much drop in it. It's almost like a split finger fastball. Instead of just weak contact and balls on the ground, he gets swings and misses.
Check swing, and he went. And now 2-2.
No! Really close pitch down around the knees there, and you could see him asking where it missed. Probably doesn't agree, but it appears he's ready to move on to the next pitch.
3 balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him swinging.
Batting second, shortstop, Corey Seager.
And now we take a look at the Rangers lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
And here's Corey Seager to hit. He was late there, strike one. And that one fouled off. The 0-2. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Simply said, this guy's flailing at the plate right now. Just disconnected from head to toes in terms of the sink of his body. That's his 5th strikeout of the series, and we're just 2 games in. So hoping to see some kind of adjustment out of him. His at-bats are just a little tough to watch right now.
Brandon Nimmo, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1. Two down, nobody on. And a foul ball. Good job to fight that one off. And the 0-2. Hit on the ground to the right side. And it goes just foul. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Got him. Strikes out the side to begin the game. What a start. Phillies coming up to hit, no score. This is Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. Back here in Philadelphia and on the mound for Texas in this one, Nathan Eovaldi. What's the word on him?
His career ERA's been under 4. What I like most about him is his reliability. Takes the ball every 5th day, ready to go whenever the manager calls.
Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. First pitch swinging. Got the bat going too soon. It's strike 2.
He's dealing with a great 2-strike hitter right here. The strikeout is not automatic.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Batting second, first base.
Let's take a look at our lineup. This is a veteran-led lineup right here. A lot of players with plenty of experience, Singy.
Yeah, no doubt about that, Boog. These players have been around the game for a long time, and they may not have the flash that they once did, but they've got the wisdom to be able to understand different situations, be able to think with the opponent and sometimes in front of the opponent. And you always seem to see a team like this. They come to the ballpark, they know how to get down to business, and they understand what the job is at hand. I think he was sitting off speed right there because he just let the fastball go by.
Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Battling here as he fouls it away. And a 1-2. That one missed. Fly ball, pretty well struck right field. Carrying well. Out of here. Bryce Harper goes deep. His second of the year. The Phillies score first. It's 1-0.
You can't ask for a better start than hitting a home run in your first at bat to give your team a lead. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Here comes Schwartz to the plate. First-round pick out of Indiana back in 2014. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Part of the order coming through now, and with one home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series.
That's the ball. Ball, low.
Back up the, oh, that got him. The underhand flip, it's there, and that's a great play. And now they'll hustle out to check on him. That was quite a shot he took as you see him down on a knee.
Yeah, clearly in some real pain, but he will not want to come out of this game if he doesn't have to. It's looking to me like he's going to try to shake it off and continue.
2 down, bases empty. Trey Turner at the plate. He's one of the faster guys just by pure sprint speed in the majors. Check swing, and he went 0-1. That's in there. Seager slings to first. That's the inning. The Phillies get one by way of the long ball. It's now a 1-0 ball game. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show Texas. Back at Citizens Bank Park, new inning getting started. Jake Berger stepping in for the Rangers. And that misses. And that's ball 1.
Ball.
Matthew Ross umpiring behind home plate for us in this one. He's got a reputation for having a bit of a wide strike zone, Chris.
Yeah, no doubt, Boog. He rewards pitchers when they're working the edges and sometimes a little bit beyond that. So for the hitters, just have to really be aware. Don't miss your pitch when you get it early in the count.
Two one now. What a stop. Throw to first. Nicely done for the out.
Batting fifth, third baseman, Josh Young.
Here's Josh Young.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
Ground ball right side. Harper takes it himself. 2 up, 2 down in the top of the second.
Batting sixth, center fielder, Sam Haggerty.
So digging in, Sam Haggerty. Swing and a high fly ball out towards right center field. Makes the grab on the run. And that'll do it. 1-2-3 go the Rangers. Still behind by a count of 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the second, JT Realmuto stands in for the Phillies.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
From a pitcher's perspective, that's a beautiful splitter right there. As a hitter, you don't like it, but he's commanded his fastball, and out of that same tunnel, that splitter comes, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Line drive, base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting sixth, second baseman.
This is Bryson Stott. Runner on the move. Swing and a miss. Go to second. Out of bounds. Safe. Man at second. Swing and a miss. And the count is 0-2.
Talk about tying a guy up. That was ugly.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Ball on there. Foul tip into the mid, struck him out.
That's about as nasty of a splitter as you'll come across, especially in terms of movement. I mean, that thing tumbles out of his hand and just drops off the table at the last moment. If he keeps it down, it's just so tough to put wood on.
So now with one away and a man at second. And here is Sosa to the plate. Pitch in the dirt. Ball 1.
Looks like he's still trying to find a consistent release point on that curveball. That one just sort of popped out of his hand. No real command and finish to it. It's going to be real important for him to finish that pitch, throw it down in the zone where he wants to, if it's going to be effective for him throughout this game.
Right through there for a strike.
If he doesn't get a knock right here, that pitch he just took is going to eat at him for a while. You might not see another pitch like that from a top-level guy like this.
And that's downstairs. And now it's 3-2. Out towards right center field. Haggerty has a beat on it. That's out number 2.
Batting 8th, right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
And now, Adolis Garcia. Swings through that one out in front that time. And a big swing and a miss.
A lot of times you'll see a pitcher maybe double up on a pitch. This guy will throw it 3 times, 4 times in a row because hitters just can't lay off of it.
Man on second, 2 down. And now 2-2.
All right, so in this at bat, he's seen a couple of off-speed pitches, now back-to-back fastballs. In this count, you definitely got to stay back. Make sure you don't get out in front and be prepared to shorten up and hit the ball the other way.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. Cut on and miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. Back here, Citizens Bank Park. Well, Singy, as we talked about earlier, he was dominant in his last start and doing the same thing again today.
Yeah, Boog, in total control on the mound in this one. What a run he's on. Let's see if he can keep this thing going.
Danny Jansen leading things off and takes a strike.
You know, Boog, every team has a hitters meeting pregame, but this lineup seems way too anxious, aggressive. You wonder what they talked about.
Goes down swinging for the strikeout, and that's 4 strikeouts.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers. Called strike, a sinker at the bottom of the zone. That one called a strike. 0-2 now.
Well, he's gotten ahead with 2 pitches down in the zone. He has plenty of options right here. He can go up, he can go away, he can add velocity, he can subtract.
That's too low. And it's 1-2. That one way inside. Swing and a ground ball and foul ball. The 2-2 now. Spoils the 2-strike pitch and he'll see another. 2-2 now. Swing and a miss, struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill. Here is Jock Peterson. Two down, nobody on. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
That pitch started in and ended up on the outside edge. Just changing planes and very difficult.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the 2nd time today. 9 straight retired here to start the game. This is Rangers baseball on the Show, Texas. Back here in Philadelphia, bottom of the inning, Otto Kemp stands in for the Phillies. And that is cut on and missed. Strike 1. That's through there for a strike. Swings and misses, struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone if he can put the ball in play. But that's how you do it. Keep him off balance, get him out of there, and deal with the next guy.
Brandon Marsh steps to the plate.
Ball outside.
The 1-0. And a foul ball. That's a little bit low. That one not close. 3 balls and a strike. Late with the swing there. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk.
First baseman, Bryce.
So man aboard, Bryce Harper, the next to hit.
Picked up an RBI in his last at bat. Still their only run of the game so far.
Quick move to first. Marsh back in on a dive. Tap foul at the plate. Man at first, 1 away. Next offering is fouled back. The 0-2. And ball 1.
0-2 count. You've got the opportunity to expand the zone. Could get the chase there. Let's see what he comes back with next.
The 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Now 5 strikeouts for him on the mound.
Toughest pitch to hit. Fastball on the outer black. Man, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
And Kyle Schwarber will come up. 0 for 1 so far. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 2. That one missed.
That's a really good job of laying off the 0-2 high fastball. Is going to make that pitcher really have to respect this hitter, even though he's behind in the count.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And that's 6 Ks for him in this one. Phillies strand 1, but they lead it 1-0. Start of the 4th, and now it's the Rangers leadoff hitter, Wyatt Langford. Have to say, he's one of the most impressive young players I've seen in recent years.
Well, no question about it. His future is very bright. The city, the organization, both are excited about him. He has a lot to look forward to.
Swings through that one for strike 2. When you think about it, he may be in the league for the next 10 or 15 years. And that is downstairs. And the count 1-2.
Ball.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row. Just cruising along.
Quite the start to this game on the mound. Looking very dangerous to these hitters. 7 punch-outs already. So this lineup hasn't had much success trying to figure him out. I'm impressed with what we're seeing here.
Now it's Corey Seager. Caught looking his first time up. Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Boog, over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
And now the 0-1. That one fouled off. Here's the 0-2. The shortstop takes the ball.
Tough to take a 2-strike changeup that just missed. I think it froze him.
And a breaking ball misses outside. Two down. Another one. That's 5 straight strikeouts.
Oh, this guy's been pretty much a non-factor so far this weekend. Very little in the way of impactful at-bats and quality at-bats, and let alone contact. That's the 6th time they've set him down on strikes in the series. So no doubt frustration mounting and very high right now.
Here's Brandon Nimmo. Struck out swinging his first time. There's a swing and a miss. 2 down, nobody on. Top half of inning number 4. Strike 3, and now 6 strikeouts in a row. So 12 up, 12 down to begin the ball game. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show Texas. Back at Citizens Bank Park. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Trey Turner.
No, ball.
You know, these Phils showing great discipline at the plate, and patience definitely seems to be the name of their game in this one. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
Stays alive.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Boog, if you can set up a good 2-strike splitter with a fastball on the previous pitch, it's going to be so tough to recognize and adjust your swing to get a piece of it. Clearly had him reaching for it right there.
Here comes Real Muto. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Close, but call the ball. Ball 1. Real Muto, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he was a 3rd-round pick back in 2010. Foul ball. Ball to strike. The pitch. Foul ball there. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. On the ground, Smith to first.
Out of there.
Out on a bang play, but he made it close.
Up next for the Phillies, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
2 outs, base is empty. And digging in for Philadelphia, Bryson Stott. He's 0 for 1.
Huh.
Two down, nobody on. Swings over the splitter for strike 3. 3 up, 3 down for Philadelphia, but they hold a 1-0 lead. Welcome back.
Leading off
Singing
for
he was
Texas,
sharp in his
first
last
baseman,
time
J.D.
out and is equally as dialed in today.
Yeah, Boog. Based on the last 2 games, he's quickly becoming the ace of the staff. Impressive stuff.
This one chopped on the ground, but foul.
Well, these Rangers just aren't putting together very many good at-bats in this one. We're in the back half of the game, and they're still searching for a base runner. He's been great out there on the mound, no doubt, but it's also been a disappointing performance at the plate to this point.
Check swing didn't go. Now 1 and 2.
And as we get deeper, it's not going to get any easier. These at-bats are going to feel more and more desperate with every out the rest of the way.
Another one, and that makes it 7 consecutive strikeouts. Here's the third baseman, Josh Young. 0 for 1. He grounded out to first his last time.
That's a ball.
The Rangers yet to pick up a hit here.
Nope,
He's
that's off the
just
plate.
missing with some pitches that, I mean, they're not strikes, and that's what you think, oh, good pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the zone, and the last 2 pitches that he's thrown, good pitches, but even better takes.
And the tying run is on base.
Showed some really nice patience in that at bat. Worked himself into a good count. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
So up next, Sam Haggerty. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. The kick and the pitch. Runner goes. This to third. Stops it on a slide. Over to first. And very nicely done for the out.
Well, Boog, as an infielder, you have to be ready for anything. In that spot, it required going to the ground, getting a little dirty, and making a strong throw for the out. Great play.
Now it's Jansen to hit.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
That's a ball.
Man at second. Just missed. Catcher challenge. We'll take another look. Not far out of the zone, but it was a ball. Still one challenge left for them. Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one carrying. On the warning track, and hauls it in. Another inning in the books, but the perfect game couldn't survive it. It's the Phillies 1 and the Rangers nothing. Back here in Philadelphia. So digging in now for Philadelphia, Edmundo Sosa.
Well, these Phillies, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
That one finds the zone. That is strike 2. Upstairs. In the air out towards right center. Nimmo should have this one. 1 away.
Up next for the Phillies, right fielder, Adolis.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. Struck out swinging his first time. Yeah, that's fouled off. 0-1. Comes up empty. That's strike 2.
Man, that's just a nasty splitter. Bottom falls out of it. You don't see a lot of guys throw that these days, but I tell you what, he's got a good one.
Swing and a miss. That's his 9th strikeout so far.
He worked the outside corner of the plate, and he kept it around the knees, both with the fastball and with the off-speed pitch.
2 down, bases empty. Here's the left fielder, Otto Kemp. That misses, and that is ball 1.
Oh, he's got to be pretty proud of this outing so far. Sometimes guys cower coming into a ballpark like this, but he has attacked hitters. Pitching on the road like this is very impressive. This has been a treat to watch.
Check swing, went around. Now 1-2. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. And the inning is over. Down quickly go the Phillies, but they're on top 1-0. Back here in Philadelphia, close game here, and a chance now to look at a few highlights from this one. Josh Smith stepping in for the Rangers.
Second baseman Josh Smith.
Close one, doesn't get the call, and it's 1-0. Slider right there.
Just an outstanding job of spinning the baseball, moving it around, doing what he does.
Next offering is down low. And that one hit 97 on the gun.
When you throw a fastball by a guy like that, I imagine it's got to feel incredible. Look for him to throw it again at some point.
And a swing and a miss at the slider in the dirt. Gets to it, on to first. Gets him. 1 away on a drop third strike.
Well, he's been racking up the strikeouts, and what's so impressive, not walking anyone. I mean, this guy's just going right after hitters, filling up the strike zone, and it looks like hitters, they're trying to think with him, but they just are a pitch behind. Dominating stuff out there on the mound.
Here's Jock Peterson.
Strike. Strike. Woo.
And the lefty with the 0-1.
That's out the corner.
Struck him out swinging. Now it doesn't strike outs for him in this one.
And he'll be beating himself up on the way back to the dugout. Got a pitch to hit and just couldn't get to it. I think that slider really caught way more of the plate than it was supposed to.
So the Rangers batting order turns over. Wyatt Langford digs in now.
Strike one.
On the ground to the
Oh,
left.
that's out the
And
line.
that's just foul. 1-2 now. Good
Ball,
eye in that
low.
spot.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
And that one is lifted in the air. Marsh on his way over. And that is that. Make it 6 shutout innings for him out there now. This is Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. Back here, Citizens Bank Park, bottom of the 6th inning. Brandon Marsh stands in for the Phillies. Swinging a foul straight back. Here's the 0-1. Right through there for a strike. Activity in the bullpen. Michel Otanez, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Baumler getting loose as well. The 0-2. And there's a ball. That one almost got him. Cuts on it and misses. That's a strikeout. So he cracks double digits with his 10th strikeout.
Well, you always want those pitches back as a hitter. It caught a lot of the zone and definitely not the intended location, but those splitters can dance around and miss a barrel even when they're not perfectly executed.
So Harper stands in. He's produced the only run of the game with his solo shot earlier.
Yeah, the pitching's been outstanding in this one, so that home run has really been the only big sign of life from either offense.
And first offering is fouled off. Tap foul at the plate. 0-2 now. Snags it for the second out.
Up next for the Phillies.
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. He has, as they like to say,
let me guess, Boog, light tower power.
That's right. Swing and a foul out of play. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. Phillies down in order. They lead it 1-0. Back at Citizens Bank Park. It's getting late in this one, Siggy. He looked unhittable in his last outing, and today much of the same.
Yeah, Boog, scary thought for the rest of the division. Total dominance out there.
Seager in the box for the third time today as he takes that one off the plate. Some stirring in the bullpen for the Phillies. Zach McCambley appears to be getting ready, and I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. Keller warming up as well.
Pretty good pitch to take a pass at in a 1-0 count. Just not able to square it up.
Looking to get the tying run on base. Hard hit, base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he pulls in with a double for his first hit of the year.
When you go 0 for 5, 0 for 7, 0 for 8, it seems like an eternity, especially to start the season, because that's the one thing. Players want to get that first one out of the way so that they feel like, all right, I'm going to avoid this prolonged 0 for to start the season and get into a slump.
Stepping in, Brandon Nimmo, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one close, ruled the ball. Ball 1. I thought that was a strike, and here's a challenge. It just shaved the zone. They'll keep their remaining challenge. Hit hard on the ground is short. Throws to first in time. That's the first out at the top of the 7th. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. So now with one away and a man at second. And now it's Jake Berger to hit. This is what stat nerds like myself might call a high leverage situation.
Yeah, Boog, not sure what the numbers say, but clearly an at-bat that could change the course of this game dramatically.
And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
So far, this guy's been able to tease the strike zone, gets those swings and misses. Somebody's going to have to shorten up, be a little more patient, and make this guy work in the zone a little more.
So the tying run at second.
Nope, that's inside.
Look at the stop. Fires to first, and they get the out.
Up next for the Rangers, third baseman, Josh Young.
Now the third baseman, Josh Young, 1 for 2.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. Painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
The lefty, the 1-0. That misses off the outside edge. Swings through that. Right side, Harper. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. Still in total command on the mound with 7 shutout innings. You're watching Rangers baseball on the show, Texas. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Michel Otañez.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Well, one-run game. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies.
Trey Turner.
Ball.
And the 1-0. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Stretches out and holds it in.
Gotta love the over-the-shoulder catch. I tell you what, those are really fun to make.
Here's JT Realmuto. And that's hammered into right field. That's a base hit. And they have their first hit since the second inning.
These hitters today are so great with handling velocity. They're seeing high speeds day after day, and a nice job of turning that one around.
Here's the second baseman, Bryson Stott. Just missed. Outside corner for a strike. Otañez measures 6 feet 4 inches. He features a four-seam fastball, a slider, and he works in a sinker. 1-run game, 1 out, 1 on. Backed off the plate that time. Oh, that one almost gets him again.
So here we go. Base runner at first, could be running on the pitch. He's got good enough speed to steal the bag to get in scoring position, even if it's a swing and miss at the plate.
Got him swinging for the strikeout. Tied him up on a fastball inside.
Third time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain.
Realmuto runs. Pitching for a strike. Safe at second, and that was not close.
Well, it seems like 90 feet is such a big deal in a tight one-run game like this one. Maybe it's a little bit risky, but they felt good about it, and it paid off. Let's see if they can turn this into a big run.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here at the bottom of the 7th. Fastball is outside. And there's a strike. Good heater at 98. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Not close with that one. And the count's even at 2. 99 miles per hour to finish him off. 1 left for Philadelphia, but they still lead it 1-0.
Now pitching.
Welcome back, and a new arm on the mound to start the 8th. Zach McCambley on for his major league debut, and a moment he will never forget.
Better believe that. It's always so special the first time you get into a big league ball game. I did it as a position player, but for him as a pitcher, I'm sure there's some nerves there. Probably don't want to squeeze the baseball too tight. Just relax and do what you're capable of doing.
Haggerty up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. Close one, doesn't get the call. And the count is 2-0. That's a little bit low.
Last couple of pitches breaking balls away. I think he's going to have to come firm inside to be able to open up that location if he wants to go back there later in this count.
3-0 down. On the corner for a strike. And the tying run is on base.
Take it back.
Up next for the Rangers, catcher Danny Jansen.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. Rolled softly, but that goes foul. Oh, 1 now. Here goes the runner. That's to third. Sosa zips it across. No chance at the double play with the runner in motion. So now with one away and a man at second. Now it's the second baseman, Josh Smith. In there for strike one.
No need to offer that pitch until you get to 2 strikes. It's just a low percentage of success when you want to try to go after that down and away pitch.
The 0-1. There's the strike.
So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow climb back into this at bat through the count.
Phillies fans want a strikeout. Fights it off. You'll see another.
Well, if he's going to do something special right here, it's going to happen with 2 strikes.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a pop-up. Sosa gets there. He's under it. 2 down.
Up next for the Rangers, the designated hitter, Jock Peterson.
And now Jock Peterson.
In this situation with first base open, he shouldn't give him anything to hit. There's a right-hander on deck.
And that one just missed off the outside edge. Outside low. Ball 2.
Struggled a little bit in this one. Couple of strikeouts earlier, but doing a much better job in this at-bat to get ahead and find a good hitter's count at 2-0.
Man on second, 2 down. That's in there, and it's 2-1. Got the back going too soon, and strike 2. That misses, and the count's full.
They tried to get him to go, chase the pitch down and away, but he wouldn't bite.
The Phillies trying to hold a 1-run lead, and we're at the top of the 8th. And that's ball 4. And the go-ahead run is on base.
Up next for the Rangers, left fielder, Wyatt Langford.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Zach McCambley won't go any further, and he leaves in a 1-run game. New pitcher coming up. We'll be back in a minute. So they turn to their closer, Joan Duran.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect the tight lead late in the ballgame. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
First and second, 2 outs. Wyatt Langford stepping in for the Rangers. 0 for 3 in this one. Check swing called strike. 0-1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Orion Kerkering appears to be getting loose. Keller also getting ready. 2 on, 2 outs. Swings and misses. And it's 0-2.
Very solid inning on the mound so far here in the 8th. Holding on to this narrow lead. This is exactly what they were looking for.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Inning over. That's a crucial missed opportunity.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Ready for the bottom of the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Adolis Garcia.
Adolis Garcia.
Ball. Whoa. That's a ball.
That one ripped left field. That's got a chance. And caught on the warning track.
Up next for the Phillies, left fielder, Otto Kemp.
So digging in, Otto Kemp. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball one.
That's
If
the
you're
ball.
the pitcher, you've got to go right at this guy. It's the number 9 hitter in the lineup. You can't be afraid of contact in this situation.
And that one is lifted in the air. Haggerty on the move. And there are 2 down.
Up next for the Phillies, center fielder.
Here comes the skipper,
Brandon
and we're
Marsh.
going to see a pitching change in this spot. Michel Otonez out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Now pitching for Texas,
Chris Martin
number
gets handed the
31,
rock out of the
Chris
pen.
Martin.
He's into the game with the bases empty. Back to the top of the order now. Here's the center fielder, Brandon Marsh. A walk and a pair of strikeouts. Two down, nobody on.
No, that's a ball.
Check swing called strike. It's a ball and 2 strikes. That's
Ball.
inside. Line drive. And that'll get down for a base hit. And that extends the inning for Bryce Harper.
Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight to it. That's great work right there.
Runner on the go.
Oh.
Pitch inside. Save. That's a stolen base. Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Next offering is foul back. Strike 2. Some activity in the bullpen for Texas. Jacob Junis up and loosening in the pen. Marsh on at second with 2 down. And a swing and a miss. And that's that. It's the Phillies 1 and the Rangers nothing. Back here in Philadelphia, all set to start the 9th in this one. Corey Seager stepping in for the Rangers. First
Nope,
pitch,
that's off
and he
the plate.
just misses. Lifted in the air, right center field. Marsh settles underneath it. And there's one down.
Up next for the Rangers, right fielder, Brandon Nimmo.
Now it's the right fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a groundout. Got it started a little too early, strike 1. And that's into the knees for a strike.
He's gone off speed. He needs to elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
Swings and misses at the breaking ball in the dirt. Out. 2 away now after the drop third strike.
Well, I don't think there's a hitter alive that hasn't at some point succumbed to that pitch right there. It just looks like it's in the zone the entire way, and then the top spin and gravity take over in the blink of an eye, and it's just such a tough pitch to lay off of.
So they're down to their final out. Digging in, Jake Berger.
Huh.
Duran going for save number 1 in this spot. In the air, right field. And he's got it. Ball game. And the Phillies use 3 pitchers to combine for the shutout.
Well, this was all about the pitching and defense. Outstanding job of the pitchers, really attacking hitters, trusting what the catcher was putting down, and trusting the players standing behind them to make the plays defensively. Sometimes you want to see a high-scoring game, but sometimes you can appreciate the artistic beauty of what these pitchers did on the mound today.